Ever wondered how to make the perfect Napoleon breakfast with a creative twist? Well, today we're taking on the challenge of reinventing this classic French dish. The traditional Napoleon breakfast is a decadent delight, featuring layers of flaky puff pastry interspersed with a rich cream filling. But we're not stopping there. We're adding a morning twist that's bound to make your breakfast legendary. So are you ready to elevate your breakfast game and set a new standard in your kitchen? Let's dive into the recipe. First things first, gather your ingredients. We're shaking things up a bit with our breakfast Napoleon. For this, you'll need some puff pastry. The flakier, the better. We'll also need scrambled eggs, cooked to your liking, and crispy bacon strips to add that irresistible crunch. Don't forget the cheese, a generous helping for that gooey goodness. And to top it all off, a drizzle of maple syrup for that sweet and salty finish. With all ingredients in place, it's time to start cooking. Now on to the most exciting part, the cooking. Let's start by preheating our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This will give us the perfect temperature to make our puff pastry flaky and golden brown. While the oven is heating up, take your puff pastry and cut it into squares. Remember, the size of the square will determine the size of your Napoleon breakfast, so choose wisely. Once you have your squares, place them on a baking sheet and set it aside. Next, let's turn our attention to the scrambled eggs. Crack your eggs into a bowl, add a dash of milk, and whisk until they're well combined. Heat a non-stick skillet over medium heat, add some butter, and pour in your egg mixture. Stir gently until the eggs are just set but still a bit creamy. Now for the bacon. We're going to fry these strips until they're crispy, but not burnt. Once they're done, place them on a paper towel to soak up any excess oil. With all our components ready, it's time to construct our Napoleon breakfast. On each puff pastry square, layer the scrambled eggs, then the crispy bacon, and top it off with a generous amount of cheese. Pop these into your preheated oven and bake until the pastry is golden and the cheese has melted. To finish off, drizzle some maple syrup over the top. This will give your Napoleon breakfast a sweet and savory finish that will make your taste buds dance. And there you have it, a perfect Napoleon breakfast with a creative twist. Just wait until you see the final result. Picture this, layers upon layers of buttery, flaky puff pastry, holding a delightful treasure of fluffy scrambled eggs, crispy bacon, and melty cheese. The piece de resistance? A sweet drizzle of maple syrup that ties it all together. It's not just a meal, it's a symphony of flavors and textures. So why not give it a try? Turn your kitchen into a culinary playground and create your own masterpiece. This is not just a breakfast, it's a feast. Enjoy your creative Napoleon breakfast, and remember, the kitchen is your playground.
Kindly show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to enjoy daily freshly brewed content with Ms.Coffee.